Hey guys, so all that's my Christmas decorations. I just got out of storage, but on the way back, we're in Southeast DC where we've had a stabbing. It's priority 1, which means really critical. I think they just grabbed the guy and put him in an ambulance, but it's just down the road here. We're going to take a look, see what we can see. The stabbing took place just up ahead at 18th and Minnesota. I'm not sure what we're going to see. Do see a police car on scene. Just saw an ambulance drive off. Let's go see. All right, they got the area taped off over the bus stop. The patient has left, so I guess that's okay. All right, here's the bus stop on my left where the guy was stabbed. Detectives are showing up now. It is a priority 1. You can see the first aid gear, all the bloody rags and everything. They're gonna have to clean all that up after the crime scene unit gets here. Anyways, an adult male was stabbed. We know he was priority 1, rushed to the hospital. We'll know more later. All right, let's get downtown, see what's up on the other side of the city. Okay, we are across the river back at the White House. Biden is going out in about an hour, and I'm kind of hopeful that I might be able to go over and see all the state Christmas trees in the Pageant of Peace, which is out on the ellipse. That is, if they haven't closed the ellipse for the motorcade, and I think they might have already. We're just gonna have to go down there and see. Okay, so the ellipse is closed. We're gonna walk down the Department of Interior, see if there's any protests, maybe some tribal groups opposed to Biden. That happens a lot. They were out here this morning with their little truck. There's the canines. It's the police dogs. Maybe we'll get back out to the ellipse later. It's a nice day. It's about 60 degrees, you know, and after all the we've had lately, I'm out here with just a single jacket. This, by the way, was the Daughters of the American Revolution Memorial Continental Hall, which is this building right here. And actually, this side of the building, it actually doubles as the White House in a lot of movies. So if you watch closely, you can't make it out now, but this sort of, it comes out here and then there's the columns. It does actually kind of look like the south portico of the White House. Much, much smaller. But, you know, Hollywood, they get away with it sometimes. The Department of Interior building is just down here a block. This is the Organization of American States. So over there on the side of the interior, you see a tent that is supposed to withstand a hurricane. At least that's what the Secret Service guys have told me who've put the tent up. That's where Biden will arrive. He always arrives in protective cover, so no one can see it. I don't see any protesters out here. Kind of a bummer. Thought there'd be some activity. Oh, there we go. There's a protest truck. That's the mercenary sign trucks. And they're taking issue with Biden and the Department of Interior. Tribes demand accountability. So there's the Beast and Spare and Secret Service all behind. The press is way back in the back. But that's the Beast. He will be getting in that shortly. Probably about 30 minutes, more or less. We're not going to stick around for that. We're going to go around to the side. It's been so dry. Not just lack of precipitation, but also just arid dry. It was like 20% humidity the other day. That's why the woods are just going up in smokes every time someone drops a cigarette or something. Who's doing well? Trump won. Fight, fight, fight. Oh, Kamala for the people. Mega, mega, mega. Trump, Trump, Trump. Not many Biden hats there. Okay. Again, they sell both sides. Whatever makes money, they'll put it up on their stand. We're going to go down here, catch the motorcade as it departs, I think, and then go find something else to do in D.C. Here come the motorcycles. is on his way to the Department of Interior. We've got some time before he comes back. In fact, I don't need to cover him when I come back. Let's swing down this way and get some gas. Hey guys, good morning. And as you can tell from the police presence up ahead, we've got an event going on. Yeah, we're at an off-site event. We're heading to the Brookings Institution, one of the big three think tanks in Washington, D.C., the liberal one. And Biden is going to be speaking about the economy here. It is, what is it? It's about 10:30 in the morning. Biden won't get here till 12:30. The preset was 6:30, but I didn't feel like showing up for that. So we've got to go check in, get our bags searched, and then wait for a couple hours. We'll get some photos, and then we'll go do some other cool stuff. So we're down here on Mass Avenue. This could kind of be known as like Think Tank Row, to be honest. A lot of the big think tanks have their offices here. That's the Carnegie Endowment for Peace. And that's the Brookings Institution next to it. Down the street is CSIS, which is kind of a strategic think tank for foreign affairs. And then up on Capitol Hill is the Heritage Foundation, which is the Republican think tank. So this is a really small room. Not a lot of press here. And he's late. It's 12:15. He's late. There we go. They're putting this. There's the pool.
Mic check, 1, 2, test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check, 1, 2. Yeah.
President Biden, please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Thank you, Cece, for the introduction and for the leadership you served as chair of my Council of Economic Advisors. It's great to be back in the Brookings Institution. I started here 400 years ago as a senator. God, it's hard to believe that's long ago. Oh, I know, anyway. But, and then as vice president, and when I was thinking about running for president, I came here, and now as president. Infrastructure Week. We had Infrastructure Week for 4 years, and nothing got built. Everybody said when I wanted to have an infrastructure bill that mattered, over $1.3 billion. We never get it done. We got it done. Next president has a game plan I laid out, and by the way, he's going to find, since I made a promise I'd invest as much in red states as blue, he's going to have trouble not doing it. Because you're going to have a lot of red state senators who are opposed to all of it, didn't vote for it, deciding it's very much in their interest to build the facilities that are out in this block. I can believe for long, been around 500 years. I know these guys. I don't know anybody who wouldn't change our economy with ours. Can you think of one? Any major nation? Says I want to trade. I don't want to trade. I'll keep mine. I like what I'm doing. Let me close with this. By all accounts, the incoming administration is determined to return the country to another round of trickle-down economics and another tax cut for the very wealthy. That will not be paid for, or if paid for, it's going to have a real cost. Once again, causing massive deficits, or significant cuts in basic programs with healthcare, education, and veterans benefits. On top of that, he seems determined to impose steep universal tariffs on all imported goods brought to this country, on the mistaken belief that foreign countries will bear the cost of those tariffs rather than the American consumer. Who do you think pays for this? I believe this approach is a major mistake this way. If we're not leading the world, who does? Not a joke. I'm not being wise guy. If we do not lead the world, what nation leads the world? Who pulls Europe together? Who tries to pull the Middle East together? How do we do the Indian Ocean? What do we do in Africa? We, the United States, lead the world. And you all are extremely experienced women and men. You know many of these leaders. You know many of these countries. Find me one that says we're not, or wish we were.
So the pool now has to run. I mean, do mean run to get to the motorcades. Because as soon as Biden's in the car, motorcade leaves. Okay, so we have a breakdown. Yeah, they've torn it all up. And we are exiting. That was the free donuts, man. I didn't get any donuts. All right. We head out. There's protesters out here, but I think they've left. Now that the press has left. Yeah, there were protesters out here for the motorcade, but they're gone now. Okay, we have filed a bunch of photos. That's why we were in the room so long. But now it's time to get a burger or something. Maybe a chicken sandwich. I don't know. I didn't mention, by the way, that was the AEI at the end, American Enterprise Institute. That's one of the other big 4 think tanks. I said 3. There's 4 maybe. They're kind of a libertarian bent. But yeah, this whole street, think tanks. All right, let's go find our car. Okay, now almost 30 minutes later, and all the photos have been uploaded to the different agencies. Now we can go eat. Okay. There's some noodles in there. It's cold. Okay, we finished the noodles. It's time to go into the Senate building and look for some nominees. Okay, guys, we're in the Hart Senate office building. It's the building with the giant atrium and the Calder statue. Mountains and clouds over here. It's pretty cool, actually. So there's the mountains. There used to be a giant cloud that would hang and spin around, but I think it was dangerous, so they got rid of it. It hasn't come back. That looks like a stakeout down there for someone. Let's go see who's down there. It's like an Illinois flag. It's in Illinois.
She's a reporter.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be a Durbin or Tammy Duckworth.
None other than the Pentagon pick for President-elect Trump, and that is Pete Hegseth. He's been in there.
Bondi. Here she comes.
Security guard, fully blocked.
So that was the Attorney General nominee, Bondi. She was meeting with the senator, and Hegseth is supposedly still up there, and he's going to come down to this office. Maybe. Came up behind us. Okay, we got those 2 photos. Kash Patel was around earlier, but just didn't get him. And the Secretary of Treasury was over in the other building. Tomorrow, they'll be making another round of all the members. Maybe we'll pick up some of the stragglers that we didn't get today. Depends what happens up tomorrow. Looks like a lot of Senate staffers ride rental bikes to the office, or scooters. That's quite a collection. All right, let's head down through Capitol Hill and go see what's else going on in the city. We had a lot of structure fire calls today, but most of them have been like chimneys or gas meters going off. Nothing, no major fires, no second alarms. And nobody's been shot as far as I can tell. So pretty quiet in DC for the moment. It's been a long day, guys. It's raining, it's cold. I think I deserve a snack. What about you? Yeah, let's go get some pizza. Oh, that one looks good. Okay, guys, we're gonna input our photos from our last shoot and get them up to the agency while we eat pizza. It's gonna be a little tricky to do both, but I'm sure I can work it out. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.